I want to say thank you to our active duty military, veterans, and first responders.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi there, I'm Chris Carlisle, and this is the podcast Highways and Byways. I was off last Wednesday. I ran errands and watched television. I ate a Reese's Puffs bar for breakfast, and I drank an iced coffee with it. I ate a pepperoni pizza from Little Caesars for lunch, and I drank tea with it. I ate fish and shrimp for supper, and I drank Snapple Apple with it. Went back to work on Thursday. I worked from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 12 midnight. I had two Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I drank some iced coffee with it. I had a fried chicken sandwich for lunch. And drank some Snapple Apple with it. I had a Star Crunch on my first break and drank a Sunkist with it. I ate some chili with beans for supper and drank Snapple Kiwi Strawberry. I also had a Sunkist on my last break. Then on Friday, I worked the same hours as Thursday. I ate two Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I drank an iced coffee with it. I ate two slices of pizza for lunch and drank some Snapple Apple with it. I had some peanut butter cheese crackers on my break and drank a Sunkist with it. Then for supper, I had two hot dogs with some kiwi strawberry Snapple and a Reese's Outrageous bar. And I also drank a Sunkist on my last break. I worked again Saturday, same hours as Thursday and Friday. I had two Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I had iced coffee with it. I had a fish sandwich for lunch. Had a Snapple Apple. And I had ice cream sandwich for dessert. On my break, I ate a Star Crunch and drank a Mountain Dew with it. I had a healthy choice grilled Parmesan with marinara for supper, and I drank some Snapple Apple with it. I had a Mountain Dew on my last break. I worked again on Sunday. I had a Star Crunch for breakfast with an iced coffee. I had two slices of pizza for lunch with some tea, and I had an ice cream sandwich for dessert. I had some jalapeno Cheetos on my first break with some Mountain Dew. I had two hot dogs for supper with a kiwi strawberry Snapple and a Reese's fast break bar. And I had a Mountain Dew on my last break. Then on Monday, I worked from 3 to 12. I had two Pop-Tarts for breakfast with some iced coffee. I had a fish sandwich for lunch, and I had some tea with it. And I had a Reese's ice cream sandwich for dessert. On my first break, I had a Star Crunch with a Mountain Dew. I had chili for supper with some kiwi strawberry Snapple, and I had a Big Red on my first break. And I was off on Tuesday. I ate two Pop-Tarts for breakfast with a nice coffee. I had groceries delivered from Walmart. I had a Frito pie for lunch with some tea, and I had a Reese's ice cream sandwich for dessert. I had a fish sandwich for supper with some tea and a Fat Boys cookies and cream ice cream sandwich. Coming up, we'll up aboard the news caravan. National Night Out, a yearly event that aims to strengthen relationships of police and communities they patrol was last week in Belton and Temple. 100 students from Temple School District met their Wildcat mentors last Wednesday at a kickoff event at Ralph Wilson Youth Club. Now in its 15th year, the initiative pairs local residents with Temple ISD students for 2 hours every month. 100 faith leaders had a chance to meet with students during a pastor walk at Bonham Middle School in Temple. The program designed to demonstrate the local support system present within the Temple area community for students and staff. 2 more pastor walks are scheduled for this semester at secondary schools and 2 for spring semester. United Way of Central Texas had one of its biggest and most impactful Day of Caring events last Friday, with nearly 500 volunteers taken to the streets of the Temple area for a morning of community service. The event, which is in its 22nd year, promotes volunteerism and demonstrates that neighbors helping neighbors can create positive change. 13 retirees from the military were honored by Congressman John Carter in a Congressional Veterans Commendation Ceremony at the Temple College Pavilion. The Academy School District started a 4-day school week, but many students are still showing up for the 5th day. But instead of math and English, Fridays are now for having fun. The district offers bee camp on Fridays, and it's a partnership between the school district and Temple Parks and Recreation Department. It started on September 8th and has been well received by both students and parents. Now, parents have to register their child every week to make sure the district has enough workers and food. 70 people went to a cook-off at Canyon Creek Baptist Church for a fundraiser for summer camp for children. The Salvation Army's Red Cattle campaign has started in Bell County, and bell ringers are hoping to bring a big haul for those in need. The Christmas season is the Salvation Army's busiest and most important time of the year for fundraising. Every dollar raised stays in the community, and it's given in, and it makes it possible for the Salvation Army to deliver the life-changing program services throughout the year. Doctors say the flu will be hard on children this year. When you go to the 1854 Marshall family cabin in the Bell County Museum in Belton, you get a lesson in humility, residence, and furniture. Visitors get to see a bedstead chair, a spinning wheel, and other modest accoutrements of daily living for pioneers. The cabin used to be north of the Little River, close to where Little River Academy is now. It was taken apart and moved to the museum, where it was put back together. Vegetation is now growing in the lake bed of Lake Belton as reservoirs water levels keep dropping every day from drought. Green patches can be seen from the bridge on Texas Highway 36, which goes over the lake. Temple High students enrolled in the Career and Technical Education Center at Temple High School accounted for 368 industry-based certifications during the last school year. That's 125 more than in the year before. But the figure is expected to grow after the Temple Area Builders Association and Turley Engineering donated $6,000 to Temple High to give more hands-on resources and tools for students in construction technology. Elementary school students got to perform at Marion and Baylor. They had a chance to learn rhythm and ensemble music. It rained late Wednesday and early Thursday. The Rosebud Lot Cougar football team went to the Heritage House to visit residents on Friday. The Heart of Texas Fair and Rodeo kicked off in Waco. Rosebud Lot senior Jackie Salazar was crowned the homecoming queen at halftime ceremonies during the Cougars game against Bruce Valetti on Friday. In Milanos, at their homecoming, seniors Greg Story and Cadence Koenig were crowned homecoming king and queen. There will be a high school parent night for parents of Rosebud Lot High School students on Wednesday at 6 o'clock at night at the Rosebud Lot High School Theater. Topics will include how and when you could take dual credit, what GPA is and how to raise it, how to read transcript, updated process for financial aid and fundraising, and help from aid and fundraising, and also help from parents for juniors, and all things graduation related and college related for seniors. New Salem Baptist Church Pastor Donald Fulton was honored as part of Pastor Appreciation Month. Sports is next. Okay, in sports and volleyball, Troy beat Rogers. Lake Belton beat Waco. Lorena beat Rogers. Midway beat Temple. Clean Ellison beat Belton. Slater beat China Spring. And Academy beat Rockdale. In football, Chilton beat Bremont 28 to 27. Lake Belton beat Helene 52 to 28. Belton lost to Leander Rouse 32 to 20. Temple lost to Midway 40 to 29. Cameron lost to Academy 36 to 28. Gatesville lost to Waco Connolly 35 to 29. Salado lost to Robinson 28 to 16. Rockdale beat Troy 29 to 21. Rogers beat Clifton 18 to 10. Granger beat Iola 23 to 14. Moody beat Bosqueville 28 to 21. Milano beat Bartlett 28 to 6. Central Texas Christian lost to Plano Pope John Paul II 27 to 21. And Holy Trinity lost to Round Rock Christian 54 to 8. Well, back when Hakeem Olajuwon was playing basketball at the University of Houston, I had a chance to go see him play when they played Baylor in Waco. The youth group from the First Baptist Church in Rosebud went to the game, but I didn't go. Houston won the game 93 to 64. That was the year they lost to North Carolina State in the NCAA final on a buzzer beater. I did go to the Rockville Fair in 1989 when I was at KCRM. We did a remote broadcast, and I had to go to the studio to pick up something to use for the broadcast. One time when I worked at HEB in Temple, they had something going on for Labor Day weekend, and they were selling roasted corn on the cob. I didn't get any. I've been to the State Fair in Dallas twice, 2010 and 2017. I've also been to the Texas Run Fest I went 2 years ago, and to a Sherwood Forest Fair near Elgin, and Scarborough Fair near Waxahachie. I got to watch the pregame for the Texas OU game on the Longhorn Network. The last time they'll play as Big 12 rivals, because they moved to the SEC next year, they'll be SEC rivals. It also will start up the Texas A&M rivalry, as well as the old rivalry between Texas and Arkansas. I did get to watch some of the Texans game on Sunday. I remember back when Channel 10, this was back in the late 70s, early 80s, had a program called 10 Acres, hosted by a man named Johnny Watkins. Now, here's what's coming up around Central Texas. The play Metamorphoses at Temple High School this weekend. The Sammy Show Saturday at the Cadence Bank Center. Oktoberfest Friday night, Friday at the Firebase Brewing Company. The Cameron Rotary Club Spaghetti Supper is on Friday. The CHEO class of 1973 50-year reunion is coming up this weekend, I think. The San Gabriel Fall Festival and Car Show on Saturday is at 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. The Fall Festival, presented by the First Baptist Church of Cameron's Children's Committee, is Saturday from 5:30 in the evening to 7:30 at night. The Cultivator Speaker Series is Tuesday, October 17th at noon at the Cultural Activities Center in Temple. And the 53rd Annual Gem and Mineral Show is coming up Saturday and Sunday. Coming up, some final words. All right, before I go, I want to read something from the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. And it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Well, be sure to hit the like button and share it if you want to, and also hit the subscribe button. Until then, I'm Chris Carlisle, and thank you for clicking on the Highways and Byways podcast. All right, before I go, I want to read something from the book of Matthew, chapter 11, verse 28. And it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Well, be sure to hit the like button and share it if you want to, and also hit the subscribe button. Until then, I'm Chris Carlisle, and thank you for clicking on the Highways and Byways podcast.